Hello and welcome back to Chopping It Up. I'm your host, Lucas, and we have a couple things to run down today. First, getting college basketball out of the way. We are approaching championship season. We are in March. March Madness is right around the corner. Shout out to the committee for a second consecutive year of putting the opening night games on Freshman Frolic Night. Although I'd love to stay home and watch them, that may not be possible. So a couple of games tonight that are pretty big. We have third seed Purdue going to Illinois. They are 11th in the nation right now. They got some good players. Illinois is favored to win, but I think Purdue might have the road upset here. Then we have 16th ranked Alabama is traveling to Florida to face the Gators, and Providence is looking to keep any semblance of tournament hope they have alive at Georgetown today. A couple conference championships getting started, like the low-grade teams. We have the Atlantic Sun, the Sun Belt, the Horizon League, and the Patriot League. Patriot League is pretty much the closest to us. They have teams like Holy Cross. They will be playing tonight. Second thing I have, The Ringer just released their top 100 NBA player rankings. They do this every so often, I believe every couple weeks. And as we are 3/4 into the way of the season, I figured it'd be good to look at these. So I just have a couple notes. Scotty Barnes is currently ranked 33, and Pascal Siakam is 34. I was a little confused. I think Siakam has much more to his game than Scotty Barnes. I think Barnes is just a stats guy. I watched a game where they played against the Thunder, and Barnes pretty much did nothing for the entire fourth quarter and overtime. I don't think he even took a shot. And yet he'll still have 25, 9, and 4, so I guess it doesn't matter. But just watching Scotty Barnes, I feel like he's worse than the stats would suggest. After that, Paulo Banchero is 36, and I just feel like he should be a lot higher. He's proven to be an alpha on a good team. I think the Magic are out of the play-in picture right now, so they're a top 6 seed. And he has good numbers. He's a good player on both sides of the ball. A couple of guys above him that I really don't think should be above him. Alperen Sengun doesn't play any defense whatsoever and tricks people into thinking he's a mini Jokic. Meanwhile, his team is slowly sinking under 500. Pascal Siakam, again, and Scotty Barnes, I just feel like they're not as good as Paulo. I just think Paulo is that good. Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram as well. They're both great players, and on any given night, they can be better than Paulo. But I just think Paulo is the edge, as well as he has the edge over Towns and Harden, despite big performances recently by both of them. I think the Ringer is sleeping on Paulo here. Then we have, at 54 and 55, we have Jarrett Allen and Draymond Green. I'm not quite sure in what universe Jarrett Allen is better than Draymond Green, but I guess the Ringer thinks it's this one, even though I'm just not sure what Jarrett Allen does better than Draymond. Then we have Alex Caruso over Tyler Herro, Kobe White, and Kyle Kuzma. I understand that Caruso is a really good player. He can make wide-open threes, and he plays great defense. But over a guy like Kyle Kuzma, I just don't know. Final note, we have Isaiah Hartenstein at 89. Are we sure he's the 89th best player in the league? I think it's time to get serious. He's a backup center at best on most contending teams, so I'm not sure. And then on top of that, right below him, we have Vucevic, who I'm not even going to argue is better than Hartenstein because I don't like Vucevic at all. But the description they gave him I thought was pretty funny. They said he was a stretch big with limited stretch. He's just big. That was a great way to describe a player I'm not very fond of. All right, so our final segment today. Just as I said, we're about 3/4 of the way through the NBA season, so I figured it's only right we go through our 3/4 of the way awards here. I got JT here. I have JT here with me today to review these awards. First off, MVP. I think we agreed. JT, you want to reveal who we had?
I feel like it has to be Mr. Luka himself. That guy is just a stud.
All right, Defensive Player of the Year, we both had Rudy Gobert. This guy is just like I don't know how he still does it. He's 10 years plus in the league, and yet he's still one of the most effective defensive players on a night-to-night basis. The Timberwolves are giving up 106.5 points a game. That is the least in the league, and it's 3 points less than the next best team.
Very dominant. Very dominant.
They're on a tear. He's averaging almost 13 rebounds and over 2 blocks a game.
Wow.
Speaking of, a guy that was seemingly built to perform a similar role with more capabilities on offense, we have our Rookie of the Year. We have it down as Wembanyama. I feel like it's not even an argument at this point. Wemby's averaging 21 and 10 with 3 blocks and a steal a game. That's kind of unheard of.
It was between him and Chet, but after that game a couple nights ago, it's clear who the rookie of the year is. So,
Coach of the Year now. We got Mark Daignault. This guy coaching the Thunder. They're currently 42 and 19. They are they're about a half a game always from being first. And they were first, and they just lost last night. So I don't know where that puts them, but they are near the top, and they have a team that, I don't know, like you wouldn't, just before this season, if you would predicted they'd be this good, people might call you crazy.
I agree completely.
All right, final award. I did omit Sixth Man of the Year, which I feel like is foregone to be Malik Monk at this point. Most Improved Player. I had Tyrese Maxey, and I think it's good for him because he's really been keeping the ship afloat while Joel Embiid has been nursing an injury. The team is 35 and 25. Although they have been under 500 since Embiid got injured, they have won some crucial games. They just beat the Mavericks. So I think that Maxey has proven himself to be a great guy, great number 2 option, and hopefully he's contending for a title.
For my Most Improved Player, I got Mr. Miles Bridges himself on the Hornets. He didn't play last year because of some legal issues, but since he's came back, he's averaging 21.4 points, 1 steal, half a block, almost 8 rebounds, and almost 4 assists a game. I mean, for someone that didn't play the whole season last year, I mean, these are pretty good stats. Yes, LaMelo's not playing right now because he's hurt, but honestly, I feel like he might have better stats when LaMelo's back. Because, you know, I don't know. I feel like he's having a great season.
Yeah, I'll never support that guy, but I guess JT is singing his praises here. All right, that's all we have today, and we will catch you on the next episode of Chopping It Up.